What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Have a very entertaining duel for you guys to check out. Gotta classify this one as non-meta. Oopsie, that's not supposed to be there. Gotta classify this one as non-meta, not because of the Metalfoes at the top. That's obviously a standard deck in the TCG competitive scene or the OCG competitive scene. And this is a pretty standard opening because we know that a lot of players like to splash in a couple of copies of Cleaford monsters, Monolith, Scout, whatever, make your Cyber Dragon Infinity. And I think it's because of this bottom deck right here, and this guy is going to make some crazy plays, and when it's all said and done, his field is just going to be like, hot damn, I have never seen anything like this. But he's playing, I guess we can call it Symphonic Warrior Synchro. Like, I'm really not sure how to categorize this deck. I mean, he's got fucking Spirit of Chaos in his opening hand, for God's sakes, guys. You're going to see some very crazy shit played. Now, I do have to tell you guys, this is actually played under the OCG ban list, the current one, not the one that takes place or takes effect October 1st, not the one where Level Eater gets banned and Omega goes to 1 and all that stuff. This is current OCG duel. So you guys are going to see some cards and you're like, what the heck, Cap? That's not supposed to be played. This is TCG. No, this is not TCG. So just understand that before you go all haywire. All right, let's go ahead and roll it. Okay, so our Symphonic player is going to activate guitars, activates Allure, pitches Corinne, then activates guitars effect, right? So he gets Mike from his deck, and then he tributes for Spirit of Chaos, and it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Now, keep in mind, he does get another normal summon. At first, I was like, Spirit of Chaos, what the fuck is going on here? Who plays that? All right, so there's that normal summon, and he obviously is going to get the Match Bet the Raccoon. Now, you guys are probably wondering again, why does he have multiple copies of Corinne if he already pitched one? Again, I said that this is under the current OCG ban list, and now he's actually going to get Glow Up Bulb, and okay, he can do something with Glow Up Bulb. All right, so now he's going to go into Dinoster, gonna pendulum everything back, goes into the Cyber Dragon Infinity, and I actually never thought about that. So he's using Spirit of Chaos to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity. Not a bad play, and you see his ending field is actually very strong in my opinion. You see a Cyber Dragon Infinity, you see a Dinoster that's protecting his pendulum skills, you see a Herald of the Arc Light that can pretty much do the same thing but also negate, just like Cyber Dragon Infinity can. I mean, you guys would have to say this is a pretty solid field, at least an 8 out of 10, probably like a 9 out of 10 field. These are the type of fields where I'm talking about, where your opponent has, you know, basically like the double Solemn Judgments walking, like, you know, those fields of like Bahamut Sharp plus like Dark Law, where it's like, oh my god, I got double threats on the field, I gotta get rid of them. But he does have a field to potentially stop it. All right, activates both of those summoners, are going to get that Wolf Flame. Now, he does bait out the Cyber Dragon Infinity with the Eccentric using the normal summon. We all saw that. And then the Cleaford Scout is played, and that instantly gets negated by Herald of the Arc Light. Now, the crazy part was the fact that he ended up searching, because I just thought he was playing Herald of the Arc Light to just negate shit. I didn't think he was actually playing any Necros. Like, he actually had a target to play, and I'm just like, how the fuck did you fit all of this in this deck? Because if he's playing Colossalus, like, he's not just going to play it. Obviously, he has to have some type of Necros, like Spell or Trap to summon it, right? Well, Necros Spell to summon it, you would like to think. All right, so the Metalfoes player pushes on, and he's going to end up spinning Dinoster, and now he's going to Pendulum Summon, and suddenly this whole field gets wiped, because this is just going to actually, the Mithril is actually just going to attack over Cyber Dragon Infinity, and that's kind of crazy, right? I mean, he had an extremely solid field, and that field has been wiped clean, and all this guy has is a Necros of Colossalus, which, you show me a way he's going to summon it. Like, I don't think he has any ways of summoning it. You would probably think, okay, well, you made a very strong opening board, and it got kind of, just watch what he's going to do. To watch the comebacks, boys. So he top deck Stratos. See, Konami, this is why we need Stratos back in the game. Top deck Stratos, and that gets him Shadow Mist. He's going to pitch Shadow Mist, and that gets him the mic. Now, Shadow Mist is obviously going to activate, and he gets this Decision guy. Okay, now he pitches for his Necros Cycle, and then a massive Pendulum Summon. He goes into Dark Rebellion Sea Dragon, brings out the Glow Up Bulb, and now he goes into the Horus Synchro card, which is a very underappreciated card in my opinion, especially considering it can allow you to snatch steal your opponent's monsters. And Mithril is now my monster, and then he's actually going to Synchro into Nirvana High Powered, and that is just a very strong card. And keep in mind, he still had his normal summon, so now he goes into Meteor Burst, special summons the Corinne. He's gonna bounce the Raccoon, and and bounce the Archfiend Eccentric so that he can open his field up and so that he can actually summon Necros of Colossalus. You're probably thinking that entire time, how the fuck is he going to summon it? Well, he can obviously distribute the Raccoon out of his hand that he just bounced, and he ends up summoning Colossalus. You can't tell me this is not one of the most pretty fields you guys, or prettiest fields you guys have ever seen. We've got Nixie, we've got a Synchro, we've got a Ritual, we've got a Pendulum, we've got a half Pendulum, half Synchro Abomination. The only thing this field needed, in my opinion, was a fusion. If this field had a fusion instead of Nirvana High Paladin, it would literally have everything covered. So obviously he knows that this is a dead Metalfoes counter. It's not going to do anything. And we got to call GG on that one. But it's just kind of crazy because just like one Stratos and even Pendulum decks, like it kind of shows the plays Stratos could potentially open up, considering the fact that Stratos could search Shadow Mist and you'd be able to like Pendulum it and get your mass change and just be able to do a whole bunch of crazy shit. But I thought that was pretty impressive plays by our Symphonic Warrior player down here at the bottom. His turn 1 field plus his second turn. Like if you look at all the cards that he summoned from the extra deck, it was some crazy shit, guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, even though this wasn't a TCG duel. If you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already.